kind of impromptu. I sort of meant to do this last week and wasn't able to. So I'm going to pick up on some deciphering, some now moment interjection of the writer of Yeshua's words, the book of John, the secret book of John, and who John really is, which we've discussed it, and many understand that Mary Magdalene was actually the writer of the book of John. So anyways, and I'm kind of just chillaxing right here in this chair. I'm sort of disheveled. I just decided to jump into this sort of last minute because it was in my heart to do it, and it just came up, and I thought, well, I can just do it right now because it's the content that's important and nothing else. So, all right, the Beatitudes. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, because it happens lots, the Sermon on the Mount, the Beatitudes. This is a very particular group of scriptures where Yeshua stood before a large crowd of people and shared with them his perspectives on this internal thing that he was trying to share with people. And he was doing it on a multi-dimensional level. He was giving an oration to the people that were present at the time on that mountain with all those people there. He was doing something very important on that physical level in Earth Game in his real time at that time of focus. He was speaking to that specific group, and he did deliver a message that would speak to them and move them forward in the journey. But it was a multi-layered, multi-dimensional approach, being that he was an incredible master and he fully understood that this was on very many levels that he was sharing this information. On an ethereal level, just the fact that he was verbalizing these truths cloaked in, what's the word I'm looking for, in parables, the way that he did. He knew full well that the frequency being spoken was going to have the effect on the ethereal realms and the Akashic record in the connection to the one and the all and the Abba that we are. He knew that. And so it's in my heart to share this with you in this time frame. There's a frequency that's involved with that I've been privy to, and that I am going to share from what came into my heart in my Sacred Heart Center in my kingdom about the truths of these Beatitudes. Now, I'm not going to read the Beatitudes in the original text because I think we're all familiar with the Beatitudes because they start with the letter B. Blessed are the meek, blessed are the mild, blessed, blessed. It's the Beatitudes because it's the blessed. Each individual in this description that he was giving forward is about these individual stories that I'm going to tell you are blessed. So that's where we get the Beatitudes, right? I'm not going to repeat those. I'm just going to read from my notes. I really don't even remember what I wrote, and I'm in a very chillaxed, almost spiritually sort of drunk state today. I can't explain it. The energies that we've been going through lately have definitely been an impact, and I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm just seriously gelled today. So that's kind of the phase that I'm in. I don't normally do videos when I'm in this state. Usually it's a very, the energies are very heightened, and I'm riding the top of the wave right now. Not so much, but I'm going to share it anyway. The Beatitudes. So, blessed are the poor in spirit. All right, this is the decipher from that statement. And if you're not familiar with the Beatitudes, go ahead and go read them, because you will read what words Yeshua spoke that were recorded, that are in the canons and the Bibles that we read today, which take that however you want to see it. But if you read them, then you can resonate with this if you haven't already read them, if you don't know anything. If you don't, then you can just listen to what I'm going to share with you, because it's actually on point and at this time frame that we're in this now moment. Really key, this now moment right now, just so you know. I know you already probably know, but just pointing that out. The poor in spirit, the simple in spirit, the childlike, who focus on the simple, the kingdom, not complicated, the illusion. The simple is the kingdom. So the poor in spirit are those that are focusing with childlike faith on the simple, which is the kingdom within your Sacred Heart Center, not the complicated illusion that is presenting itself all around us. Hello, Miss Silverwings. So, this is who he was speaking to. The poor in spirit, there's a lot of, beginning decipher to that, the way that it was received then, the way that it's been received throughout history for the last 2,000 plus years, has been exactly on point as it was meant to be received. But this is the now moment decipher. This is what Yeshua was saying in ethereal truth for this now moment as we approach this beautiful new phase of this game. So not the complicated illusion. These ones, the poor in spirit, get the truth. It is theirs. This is not a formula as formally perceived. How to gain the kingdom. It's just simply truth. Abide in the heart. Here lies the joy of oneness. It's not a contradiction of saying, blessed are you if you are hurt, or you're poor in spirit. No, rather, we have all mourned the passing of something or someone beloved. In the seemingly dark place is the light of truth, that by feeling and asking the questions of loss, we discover within that what we perceived we have lost is actually never gone in the first place. You can call forth anything that you have loved from within, and there it or they are. Anything is within. So blessed are those who mourn. So first we did poor in spirit, the childlike that are focusing on the kingdom within and not the complicated illusion. They're simple. And these ones are blessed are those who mourn. Blessed are those who mourn, for they discover the illusion of separation. In gaining this perspective, we are comforted. So if you go back and read these Beatitudes, that's what Yeshua spoke originally is, blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. And let me read that again. We all have mourned the passing of something or someone beloved. In this seemingly dark place is the light of truth, that by feeling and asking the question of loss, we discover within that what we perceive we have lost is actually never gone, and we can call forth anything that we have loved from within there, and it will come back to us. Blessed are those who mourn, for they discover the illusion of separation, and that there is no separation. So blessed are they in gaining that perspective. We are comforted. The truth always sets us free. Blessed are you that allow the temporary discomfort of a proposed loss, as you have discovered that we are all one, and that is the comfort, that there is no such thing as loss. It's part of the illusion. Blessed are the meek, for they inherit the earth. That's I recognize these because I read them a million times in dogmatic Christian years. So blessed are the meek, for they inherit the earth. This is what Yeshua was meaning on a very deep and ethereal level. The meek are us, those who set aside time to look past the world, to look deeper at things with the eyes of the heart. It is those who will inherit the earth, mother. It's key. He did say, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth, inherit the mother. Because by seeking the feminine heart of mother, taking the time to acknowledge and appreciate her within, you know it, and then she does become yours. You are her, and she is you. I and my mother are one. If you've seen me, you've seen my mother, and vice versa. So this meek perspective, you do inherit the earth because you are the earth. And this is divine feminine energy that he was speaking about. Yes, even then, he was putting this into the ether for us to decipher in this now moment that we're in. Blessed are those who are hunger. I can't speak. Let me try that again. Blessed are those who hunger, for they shall be satisfied, is the scripture that comes from the biblical canon. Those who hunger. The hunger deep within that pulls you to know there is more than this illusion. The food of the world will not satisfy you. So blessed are those that look again with the eyes of the heart and settle for the true food that we're hungry for, the kingdom within. Our emptiness is then filled with righteousness, another misunderstood word, right useness. It's the right use of what's before you, righteousness. It means the right way or manner, the right giving, same as the root word for wisdom, so right wisdom. Blessed are you who are only satisfied by the wisdom that comes from within. It is not learned or given. It is within you. You shall be filled by this. So what Yeshua was saying on a deep ethereal level for this now moment, for you and I, on that sermon, was that blessed are you who hungry for the things that are not in this illusionary world, for the things that are within. You will be filled by the things that are within. That's that righteousness, that seeking of the wisdom that can't be learned or earned. It is simply yours by remembrance. Blessed are those who are merciful. This is not a give and take as it is originally perceived. Yeah, was it supposed to perceive that way all this time? Absolutely. Everything's as it should be. Those who are merciful, blessed are they. Not a give and take, a trade one for the other, because that beatitude is blessed are those who are merciful, for they will receive because they're merciful. It's not about giving and taking. Oh, I'm going to be merciful, so now I will reserve what I've been merciful about in return to me. It's not a give and take. It's not a trade one for the other. You give, you get. Now that is how it's been perceived thus far greatly. Rather, as you are merciful to your siblings, you come to see them as yourself, and that you are them. You are able to be one with them. In this place of truth, once again, no separation. All the Beatitudes are pointing towards the illusion that there is some separateness between us, and there is not. In this place of truth, no separation. This is the perfect place of non-judgment. When we come to these beautiful places where we realize that I am you and you are me and there is no separation, this is the perfect place of non-judgment. In that moment of seeing that we are one, you obtain the mercy to yourself, for we are one. So it's not a give and take. Be merciful to others so they'll be merciful back to you. It's giving mercy to self, which is your brother. And in giving, the ultimate law, the only real love, is a figure eight. We give love, it loops right back around to us. We give mercy, it loops right back to us, because there's no separation. We're one. So it's not a give and take. Once again, there is no illusion. There is an illusion, but it is an illusion of separateness. So the Sermon on the Mount, the Beatitudes, are totally about completely dispelling the illusion of separation. These words have always been used as an exchange. You give mercy, you receive mercy. And so it became a program where you were giving to get. And that's not what this was about at all. That is not what Yeshua's words were meaning on an ethereal level. These words have always been as an exchange. Give something in order to get something. These are great and deep, multi-layered, encrypted truths. What Yeshua was truly sharing was, as you take part in, abide in the first statement, the second organically becomes the state you are in, because you and your brother are one. So therefore, if you're merciful to self, you're actually being merciful to your brother, because you are your brother and your brother is you. We are part of a whole. Still, yet each one of us can sit with these statements and ask to see with the eyes of the heart, what is the deeper meaning for you? You hold a cup that has a capacity for more depth from these words than what I have shared with you today. So my challenge to you today is to go in and find these scriptures, these Beatitudes, read them, and then head into meditation. Go within to your kingdom in that childlike state of heart. You hold a cup that has a capacity for more depth from these words that is for you specifically. These were words given to me to share. They were specifically for me, and then I was told to share them. But you hold the capacity within your own cup for all things that come to you, to be specifically about you and for you. And I highly encourage you to go and seek that, because you're a much needed puzzle piece to this big puzzle that we're putting together. You are an irreplaceable thread in a beautiful tapestry. You are an absolutely discernibly, perfectly harmonious note in a song that we're all singing together. And without your note, without your thread, without your puzzle piece, This beautiful puzzle piece tapestry song is not complete, and you have a part of it. These Beatitudes are speaking to this. So that's that. It was pretty simple. I thought there were more of them. I don't even know. Maybe I didn't take entire notes on it. I don't know. I'll go back and look at them again. Maybe there are more, and maybe I missed some of them. Maybe I'm supposed to do another half of this. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to jump on here real quick, make this live, and say good afternoon to you. And I hope you're having a wonderful, what is it, Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. This is my Sunday. It's my day off, so my Monday is tomorrow. So absolutely, Silver Wings, being still and being, I said this in the beginning of this recording, well, it's live, it will be recorded, that the now moment is key, absolutely key right now, that we live in this now moment like there is no other, what in the world? Got some crazy, weird, live goopla going on. I don't know. I don't have any moderators in here, so I'm not worried about it. If you are a moderator and you happen to be here, there's only one person here, so if you're not a moderator, no big deal. You don't have to boot them out. But if you are, you can go ahead and boot them out. I don't know what that's about. But anyways, now moment. There's our multidimensionality, our fragmented divinity that we are. Yeah, I just ignore it. Me too. Exactly. Is all wrapped up in this now moment and being able to be in this now moment. This illusion likes to present things with the past and the future, and then here we are in this now moment together. And the little ego mind and this illusion likes to constantly say, focus on the past, focus on the future, instead of being right here. And this has been this way since the dawn of time. But what's really, 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 really integral right now is that as you are in this space and you see no yesterday and you see no tomorrow, for tomorrow will take care of itself. Let the dead bury the dead. As you're anchored to this moment, it is the only moment it exists, and it's a perfect moment. I can tell you right now that I'm absolutely perfectly cared for. I have the air in my lungs. I have everything that I need. This moment is perfect, and it is the only moment I live in. And by doing that, you're connecting to the multidimensionality of you and the specific note, thread, puzzle piece aspect that you are. And by doing that energetically, you're bringing all dimensional parts of this thing that we're doing together under the power and the focus of the now moment. Yes. Yeah, of course you know you're doing it. You can feel it. There's a lot of movement in it, and things will come into perfect balance. And I still feel like I'll have a moment where I'll think of something silly. Like this morning I was putting honey in my tea, and I noticed that I'm almost out of honey. And I'm very far from any amenities at this point, without resources to get to those amenities. So therefore my mind went, oh, I'm going to run out of honey. I won't have any for tomorrow. And my mind started to go in that direction of starting to problem solve. How can I get into town to get more honey so I'm not out tomorrow? Which is nothing bad about that. I'm not negating that making plans is part of this paradigm that we're in. But immediately my spirit captured that thought and said, do you have honey right now? I do. Then that is exactly as it should be. Tie yourself to this now moment, and the other moments will care for themselves. So it's really important that we do the now moment, because it's tied to the dimensionality, the multidimensionality. And right now you can access everything you've ever been, everything you've ever done. It's all in the Akashic records. It's all available to you. Kind of like Neo when he was downloading how to, do karate and kung fu and play music, and all those things were instant downloads. He didn't have to do anything to attain that knowledge because he was plugged in, and it came instantly. Same thing. Now moment means you're plugged in. You will get the information from all of your comings and goings as a multidimensional being, and you will be able to utilize that for this now moment that we're in. Very, very important. I'm so glad that you needed to hear this. I'm so glad that that's why I'm sitting here doing it. Thank you for that confirmation. If not only to go into the ether, which I'm completely happy with, I'm grateful that it met you energetically where you're at, and I'm sure as other people watch it, it will as well. So that's really all I wanted to share today. I will be speaking with the beloved heart, soul, spirit, and individuated aspect of the one we know as Yeshua again. And I will look to bring forward some more ethereal truths for this now moment from the words that he spoke, for the foundation that he laid for the feminine Christ to bring forward this time that we're in right now, which is the second coming of Christ. It's divine feminine Christ, balancing with the divine masculine that's already been laid forward as a foundation and a seed. And as we know, when a seed impregnates something feminine, something comes from it. So here we are. And I love you. And I want you to have a beautiful day and just to remember to be in this now moment. It's a little difficult to manage the earth plane and be in the now moment at the same time, but when you get to this point and you focus on it, the rest of it actually does take care of itself, and it becomes quite a lot easier to navigate in this now moment. I love you. Have a beautiful afternoon, and we'll be talking again soon.